You are a
watch my
dog.
map pack videos. Annual dog day. Annual.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. We may not have made FNAF, but I like to think we've at least made it a bit more interesting. So,
Very.
going on to this long-awaited all questions answered FNAF theory, we covered everything from the origins of the shadow animatronics to the reason for Golden Freddy's ghostly behavior to proof of what suit the killer uses. We clarified the timeline and even went so far as to dispel the myth that the killer is the one shoving the bodies into the suits. Click here if you missed it to get caught up. Don't worry. Oh wait, this is a plausible video after all. But today we're covering the major questions from the franchise, the final bits of the timeline, the ending of the game, and most importantly of all, the identity of the purple guy. So enough intro, let's cut to the chase. When we left things off, there had been another round of murder done in Fazbear Pizza. Purple guy had once again used a golden bodysuit to lure in another set of 5 kids and kill them as
Golden
depicted in the
bonnet.
Save Them minigame from FNAF 2. The place gets closed for investigation a few days later, but the one thing that practically everyone overlooks in this location is that it gets reopened. In FNAF 2, the Night 1 phone call welcomes you to your new summer job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Yeah, this is cool.
Summer job. And yet, the paycheck at the end of the week reads November. There is not a single place in the world where November is a summer month. Not one. Meaning that these tapes,
Really?
all these tapes, are pre-recorded. And honestly, that shouldn't be a surprise. Phone Guy's calls are recordings in every game. In FNAF 1, before Phone Guy dies, he says he's glad he recorded these messages when he did. And then in FNAF 3, they find the old training tapes the phone guy made. In short, all of Phone Guy's messages are unstuck in time, not recorded anytime near your tenure as security guard. That includes the ones in FNAF 2.
I love how in the FNAF 3 recording, I love it when he says, "I make sure nothing catches on fire." He's so happy about it. Oh, that's funny.
Pizzeria isn't being shut down for an investigation of some missing children the week you happen to be working there. You're listening to old tapes meant for the night security guard from months ago.
They all died.
Night 6's call references a birthday party happening as the last event before the
Okay,
building
then.
closes. But what decorations do we see put up throughout the building for the entirety of the week you're working there? Happy birthday banners. Confusing? You betcha. Game-changing? Absolutely. This means that both Jeremy and Fritz, the characters you play as throughout FNAF 2, aren't the killer purple guy at all. They were both working in November after the yellow suit investigation and the killer getting charged. Which brings us to the other key point in the timeline, the fight of Week 7. Ever since we heard about this mysterious frontal lobe people on that first fateful night at Freddy's, we
This is for
must
that
know
bullshit.
more about this bizarre attack. The one that ends
Back
up
when it was
resulting in
a little bit more
walk
simple.
around during the day. But now, 3 games in, we do know more. We know it took place in the location of FNAF 2 based on the 1987 date on Jeremy's paycheck. And furthermore, the newspaper clipping that ends FNAF 2 gives us a clue that it's the bite which closes this version of the restaurant, not some serial killing. Quote, after being open a few short weeks, the restaurant is closing its doors, the article says, with the new animatronics being scrapped for possible malfunction. That's game designer Scott Condon telling us that one of the new toy animatronics bit someone during the day. Why else would the new robots be scrapped while the old ones get kept for possible reorganization? Well, outside of an obvious need to
The
retcon
poor
Freddy
animatronics must be very
didn't
sad.
appear in Five Nights 1, it's because the company considered them safer, relatively speaking. So, then who's the fighter? Well, it's none other than the pile of scraps and parts, Mangle. The most obvious clue is the animatronic's unhinged jaw. The front
Mangle, why would you do that?
the human brain and the size and shape of the other toy
Because
robots
Mangle's a robotic toy.
Oh,
the size of the human head. The
Don't help Foxy!
Mangle's narrow
Shut
jaw
up.
and wide open mouth. It's also
Don't
Mangle's
get me.
potential angle of attack. As shown by its jump scare, Mangle goes for the top of the head. And who got bit?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It does.
there isn't enough evidence to say definitively, but your most likely candidate would be fan favorite Jeremy Fitzgerald. Jeremy passes the test, and on his paycheck at the end of the week, he's welcomed into the family, presumably getting moved to day shift. Fritz gets hired to replace him on day 7, but then promptly gets fired for
It's
tampering
obviously
with
a kid,
animatronics. That means he's not likely the one to get bit, and instead the person who follows him on day shift is, leaving Jeremy as the most likely front
I really
row
hate you.
candidate.
Stop
Regardless of whether it's
ruining
Jeremy or some other
my
customer
eyes.
Right away, there's a huge hole in this film. So-
I don't really think it's bullshit.
Well, what makes it all make sense to
Is it
me?
a theory of Mangle biting?
No, it's just the fact that he firstly acknowledges the fact that the phone recordings are from months ago. So how can he say that the phone guy in night 6, we may move you to the day shift? How can that apply to who you're playing as in FNAF 2 if those are from months ago? How can Jeremy Fitzgerald be the one on the day shift when the bite happened if those tapes are from months ago? So like it just doesn't make sense. Like he firstly acknowledges that those tapes are from months ago, but then he uses those tapes as a bit as evidence for this. So it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
This isn't the only dumb thing in this video as well. It's just one of the times where Matt Pat's just dead wrong. Not with not like with everything, but there's another thing that's really dumb.
Alright, well, I suppose we'll get
Everyone always gets this fucking mixed up with FNAF 2.
Based on the hourly rate of the paycheck received by Mike Schmidt, security guard extraordinaire from the first game, something we proved in our first Five Nights video. And now we can breathe a sigh of relief, because this was a beautiful time long ago, last August, when the games weren't so complicated,
3DS.
when the biggest mysteries were a game crashing gold bear and the words "It's me," no death minigames, no puppets, no need to shoehorn in extra overcomplicated storylines. That all would come later when the first game became a smash hit and got itself some sequels. And boy did those sequels make things complicated, as both featured 8-bit minigames revealing more details about this location from the original game.
How does it make it more complicated? It gives more detail.
Yeah.
Guy kills
Oh, who diabolically thought? If it's not Miles the Fox, we're ending streaming. Oh, it was.
in the Foxy Go
Because I might have saw him
FNAF 2. Foxy runs past a grinning purple guy to see
The shitting purple guy.
Sorry, no fireworks this time.
Sorry, no diabolical fireworks.
One location, well, it's the only time the game when Foxy's stage, Pirate Cove, is located to the west of a dining area. See how he performs for the children by running to the right? That matches the map layout of the FNAF 1 pizzeria. We
No, it
also know
doesn't.
from the FNAF 3
Does it
minigames
not?
that this is where the purple guy dies, inside a golden
Oh, bullshit.
spring-locked Bonnie suit, in a safe room.
Is that the thing that's wrong?
One built so that it would never show up on camera, conveniently explaining why it
Yeah,
never
that makes
appeared in the
sense.
first game. But
Yeah.
weren't those safe rooms sealed up a long time ago? I mean, we
Yeah.
touched on this last episode, but the old recordings of Phone Guy we listened to throughout FNAF 3 say that these rooms are being closed off, discontinued, and will never be mentioned again. Why would a location 20 years later possess a safe room unless
Because it's,
it was
you know.
the same building as the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location? That's why it's in such disrepair when we see it in the FNAF 3 minigames. Boarded up with mats on the floor. It's been closed down for years. Which also means the dead kids from the Foxy Go 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 minigame aren't
Go, gadget.
another set of new victims. Because
Go,
seriously, at
gadget,
this point, Killer would
finish.
have made his way through like a short bus full of pizza-hungry children. No, those kids are the first 5 dead kids. The ones who would eventually possess
Well, yeah.
The way he
Bonnie,
says it so
Chica,
gleefully.
Freddy Foxy, and Golden Freddy. I mean, look, if the animatronics were possessed at this point, don't you think Foxy would be attacking Purple Guy rather than just running past him to perform for some dead kids? This also explains the random cutscene from FNAF 2 where the puppets look
How's one of the dead children's Foxy if Foxy's there?
Yeah. Well, the point is that like at that point in time, Foxy isn't possessed yet.
How is he there?
The animatronics can still be there.
Yeah, but how do they move?
Like, it's just still programmed to do certain things. Like, it's
It's just
explained.
weird
It,
recalls in this one.
it's, I know.
Yeah, it's just confusing as shit.
But it's explained in FNAF 2 that they were able to walk around in the day.
No, I know it. It's just weird how he plays him when he's not possessed.
I know.
I don't know.
Also, no joke, this is the first time I've ever seen this in Odyssey. I found a new secret.
No, you didn't.
Well, at least this gives more value to this new Let's Play, I guess.
Dr. Eggman.
It doesn't seem to have any value, actually. It's just fucking around.
The design of both Bonnie and Chica, that this is the FNAF 1 location with the old animatronics on stage.
That's so obvious that is the FNAF 1 location.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fucking obvious.
Flash forward to the game's
It's not furious, it's obvious.
rather a flashback to the moment the puppet brought these characters, these children, to life. Okay, but that's just tying together some loose ends in the story. We're interested
What's the next retarded thing I'm waiting?
and those FNAF 3 minigames give us the conclusion we're looking for. These
Still hasn't
flashback
reached it yet.
videos show Purple Guy dismantling the animatronics from the security of the safe room one by one. But in doing so, he's unwittingly releasing the spirits of his former victims. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Don't
With
forget,
their
he
powers
said that.
combined, they are able to scare Purple Guy into the Golden Bonnie spring lock suit, which fails, crushes him pretty much to the point of death. Though notice we never actually see him die, and the spirits fade away. Golden
looks
Bonnie
dead to
with
me.
Purple Guy inside, now known
Yeah,
as
they are pretty good.
Springtrap, rots away in the safe room for years until he's finally uncovered by the founders of Fazbear's Fright from the third game. With the discovery
Music.
of Springtrap, this haunted house attraction
What,
inspired
for
by
3
years of
years?
history and murder of the
Yeah.
pizzeria chain finally has their first
Sounds
real
like a load of shit to me.
who then haunts the player for 5 nights and a nightmare
It's like
night
cocaine
until the
to
place
me.
burns down due to faulty wiring.
Faulty
The end.
wiring.
Take a bow.
Ooh.
It's finally over.
Eggman.